So you're thinking about starting a side business here in the UK? It's a great idea, but let's be honest. It's so easy to get totally lost in all the online noise, right? All those gurus and advice that's really meant for the US? Well, we're going to cut through all of that. This is your straight-talking, practical guide to getting started based on what actually works right here in the UK.
And this quote from Reddit, man, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? That skepticism is so real, and you know what? It's totally justified. So much of what's out there is just clickbait or simply doesn't apply to us. We're going to fix that right now with a realistic roadmap that's built for you.
So how are we going to get you from just an idea to a real profitable business? We'll break it down into 6 clear stages. We'll go from idea to action, find those first all-important clients, get you set up officially, market your new business, cover the boring but important stuff about staying compliant, and then we'll map out your next steps. Let's dive in.
Right. First things first. Every single successful business starts with an idea, but the real trick, the magic, is getting that idea out of your head and into the real world. This first part is all about making that jump, moving from what if to what's next. And forget all those weird online cliches. These are real, proven side hustles that people all over the UK are actually doing. I mean, from creative stuff like running an Etsy shop to something vital like on-call firefighting, or even simple, brilliant services like dog walking. The point is, there are real, achievable options that can actually fit around your life. Now, this is a really important distinction to make. A side hustle is not just another part-time job. With a job, you're an employee, you've got a contract, you've got a boss. With a side hustle, you are the boss. You're the one calling the shots. You get the flexibility, and here's the best part. You're building an asset, something that is truly yours.
Okay, so you've got your idea, you get what it's all about. Now for the big question. Where do you find people who are actually going to pay you for it? Let's look at the digital tools that can connect you with your very first customers.
Picking the right platform is your first big strategic move, so let's quickly break down the big 3. Think of Fiverr as the place for quick, small jobs. They call them gigs, perfect for building a reputation. Upwork is where you'd go to bid on bigger projects and build more long-term relationships. And People Per Hour is a bit more exclusive. It's a curated space where you might find higher quality leads. All right, you're starting to earn some money. That's fantastic. Now it's time to deal with the paperwork. But please, don't switch off. I promise, this isn't nearly as scary as it sounds. We're going to walk through it step by step.
This is the one. The question on everybody's mind. You're earning a bit of extra cash on the side. Does the tax man really need to know about it? Well, the short answer is yes, but only once you hit a certain number.
And this is the magic number you need to remember, £1,000. This is your annual trading allowance from HMRC. If your total income from your hustle, and listen carefully, this is your turnover, your total sales, not your profit. If your turnover goes over $1,000 in a tax year, you have to register with HMRC. If it's under that, you don't need to do a thing. Simple as that. And if you do cross that threshold, registering is honestly so straightforward. You just create a government gateway account online, click Add a Tax, choose Self-Assessment, tell them you're a sole trader, pop in a few details, and hit Submit. That's it. No fee, no complicated forms. See? Not so bad. And this shows you just how clear the process is. These are the actual screens from the gov.uk website. The options are laid out so simply. You're literally just clicking through a couple of clear choices, adding the tax, and then selecting that you're an individual or sole trader.
After you hit Submit, just keep an eye on your letterbox. HMRC will post you a letter with your 10-digit Unique Taxpayer Reference, or UTR. That number is basically your ID for all things self-assessment from now on.
Okay, you're official. You've got your UTR number. You're ready to go. So now, how do we get you noticed? Well, if your business serves a local community, digital marketing is going to be your absolute best friend. Just stop and think about this stat for a second. Nearly half of all searches on Google are from people looking for something local. That is a massive audience of potential customers right on your doorstep, actively looking for what you offer. The opportunity here is just huge. So, how do you grab that local audience? Here are 5 things you can start doing today. First, get a free Google Business Profile. This is non-negotiable. It's how you show up on Google Maps. Next, use geo-targeting in your ads so you're only paying to reach people nearby. And this one is so important. Get your happy customers to leave you Google reviews. They are pure marketing gold. Building a business isn't just about making sales.
It's about doing it the right way and protecting everything you've worked for. This section is all about your ongoing responsibilities, from tax to insurance.
Let's be really blunt about the stakes here, because it's important. Just look at the two paths on this slide. Declare your income, and you get peace of mind and credibility. Ignore HMRC, and you're heading for a world of stress, interest, late filing penalties, and fines that could literally wipe out everything you've earned. It's just not worth the risk.
And what about insurance? For most side hustles, it's pretty simple. Just ask yourself a few questions. Do you work with the public or go to their property? Then you absolutely need public liability insurance. Do you rely on specific equipment, like a laptop or expensive tools? Then you'll want business equipment cover. And remember, the second you hire even one person, employer's liability is a legal requirement.
Whew, we've covered a lot of ground. We've gone from idea to reality to marketing to making sure you're all above board. So, what's next? Let's wrap this all up with some simple advice to set you up for long-term success.
Honestly, the secret to a stress-free side hustle is just about forming good habits from day one. First, keep records of everything. A simple spreadsheet is totally fine to start. Second, open a separate bank account and just move 20 to 30% of every payment into it for tax. And third, if you're over the limit, just declare it. These three simple things will save you a world of pain later on.
So after all of this, it all comes down to one thing: taking action. I want you to just pause for a second and think about this. Forget the huge 5-year plan for a moment. What is the single smallest step you can take today to move your idea forward? Is it buying a domain name, sketching a design, or maybe just telling one person your idea to make it feel real? And that brings us to our final and maybe the most important point. Whether you're making 50 quid a month or 5,000, your side hustle is a real business, so treat it like one. Give it the respect and the professionalism it deserves right from the start, and you'll be setting yourself up for success. Good luck!